Hello and welcome back to Hand of Fate 2. If you haven't watched the first video, you should go ahead and do that. We're on to the second part of our storyline today. So let's see what this has in store.
I have clawed my way back beyond the 13 gates to this mortal realm. Welcome to my challenges. Together, we will traverse 22 paths of wisdom and despair in the hope of awakening.
Alright. So, we've got ourselves one companion.
All mages are my children. This one, however, I would rather disown.
See his encounters. Let's see here. Let's try that one. We haven't done it yet. Alright. Looks like we can just take all the equipment. And we're trying to rescue missing Empire soldiers from a town plagued with corruption. So we'll need to fight corrupted. And we need to avoid losing empires.
A casual call to heroism. How many adventures start thus?
A new token to play for.
For 100 years I have thought about nothing but the game. I was defeated. It is true. I became complacent long before then. I thought I knew everything about the game and what it could be. Now you see before you the extent of my research. I have crafted this game anew.
It's so amazing. The first game was so good. I'm so looking forward to the remainder of this one. Your conversation with the fur trader is interrupted as Maleklips arrives in a flurry. The whispers speak of trouble at the edge of the Empire. The town of Westwind is suffering against the Blight. Let's find out a little bit more about Westwind. I've traveled far to escape the oppression of the Empire. Westwind gave me my freedom, and I intend to return the favor. Westwind sits on the outer edge of the Empire, while the Emperor focuses on the capital, its nobles and merchants. Those at the fringe are neglected. A small garrison is meant to be protecting the town, but they are all apparently either dead, missing, or drunk. Alright, now that we've gotten our information, we should head there. Let's see. Do we want to escort a stonemason, a food wagon, or a weaponsmith? On the one hand, a food wagon could be very useful, but getting a good weapon at the end could be even better. So let's do that. You arrange an uncomfortable ride, jammed in amongst the many tools of a weaponsmith headed far west. And it looks like we've gotten a warrior's axe, which does additional damage against corrupted. Seems perfect for the job. Oh, and you can actually see it's changed my token too. I now have an axe. You arrive at the town of Westwind. To defend the town, you need to locate as many Empire soldiers as you can before the Blight invades. Alright. The Carnival of Strength travels from village to hamlet, searching for the strongest from all over the land. Each visit you will wrestle only one opponent. Each win advances you to greater opponents and greater rewards. In the second round of competition, you sit opposite the age frame of Huntley Toothless. He boasts about once being a silencer for the Thieves Guild. Oop, and we needed 12 this time, whereas we needed 10 last time.
Are a constant reminder of death. The singular is die, as I'm sure you know, and they are often called bones for the material from which they were crafted. Here, however, they may also bring a touch of life.
And in this case, they seem to have, since we have succeeded at our role. Huntley crumples in defeat almost instantly. You're lucky I'm not 20 or 30 years younger, he says, grumbling. I guess maybe I am. But hey, we get 10 gold, and another 10 gold. Nice. You take your reward from the purser on the way out of the tavern. When you return, you will compete in the next round for a larger prize. Alright, so we've gotten through 2 of those.
Commerce thrives in even the most unusual of locations.
The shopkeeper nods to you as you enter. Adventurer, how's the world out there? We could probably use some additional food, to be honest. Let's buy ourselves 3 food. And we'll take a look at his equipment. I wish I could get that. But since we can't, we'll take a regular shield. Well, actually, I'm not sure. I might be using a 2-handed weapon. Let's check our inventory real quick. It is a heavy weapon, so I'm going to assume it's 2-handed. So I guess we do not need a shield. We'll find out if I'm right here in a minute.
Your companion has his own story to tell. We must wonder if this is a tale of a hero or a villain.
Yes, especially considering how we met him last time with the thieves. But we got a token to play for, so we should do it. You arrive at the city markets to meet with the Malaclipse's associate. You find him sitting on a blanket by the sewer gates. You can't tell if he's a goblin, a human, or an animate pile of greasy rags. He's clearly an animate pile of greasy rags. A few wilted daisies and duckweed tied with a rope are flopped on the ground around him. Merc, Malaclips calls to the creature, arms outstretched. I have a favor to ask of you, my handsome Fran. The greasy goblin man raises a hand to stop the bard's prattle. 10 gold first, you know that. Malaclips looks at you expectantly. Oh, it's a good thing I still have some gold, I guess. Malaclips steps forward as Merc counts out the coins. Merc, old bean? The bard looks furtively around before quickly waving at his shoulder. I require help in removing a certain illness. Merc considers Malaclips for a while. That kind of information costs more than a few coins. You sputter indignantly. Yes, I should. He already took 10 of mine. I will require a test of skill from him, he turns and points at me. Pick a flower and eat it. The greasy florist displays his meager wares. Malaclips nods as if this were a fair request. Okay then, this is a new one on me. A daisy, a forget-me-not, or a luminous purple flower. We're gonna go big. Let's go for the luminous purple flower. The flower has a crispy, burnt texture. Ooh boy, high roll. That's not good. Although, that was a pretty good success. Let's see if we can do it again. Big number, big number. Nice. Did not think I was going to get 50.
A win here sets the tone for your challenge.
Merc watches eagerly as you begin to choke. Malaclips, for his part, shows some signs of concern. Well, that's nice to know. Your eyes bulge in water. Suddenly, someone begins slapping you hard on the back. You cough, and a hard lump falls from your mouth. It's a solid gold statue of Merc. Interesting. I get gold. That's unique. Malaclips cheers while you catch your breath. Merc nods, happy with the results. He beckons Malaclips closer. Of those of us left, usage Era of the Veil. She may know something of the cure. Last I heard, she's hiding out in the underneath.
Nicely done.
Boy, I don't know how, which flower I should have picked there, but that seemed powerful. Oh no, not her. Malaclips strains his neck shawl nervously. The greasy goblin man giggles maniacally. Yes, her. She'll likely eat your bones before she lets you speak. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a business to run. With that, Malaclips' associate turns away and hurls a bouquet at a shocked passerby. Flowers, fresh flowers. Buy 'em or I'll eat your eyes. That's a unique call. Might work, though.
The Empire reaches too far. The North has gone from a loose collection of tribes to something to truly fear.
So we've got some Northerners here. We could fight, or we could just pay. We're gonna fight. You ready your weapon? One-handed weapons are recommended against Northerners. You can change equipment in your inventory. Interesting. But considering the weapon of choice here... Alright, we'll listen to the instructions.
Let us see if the mage can help you here.
Not the weapon of choice for going into this combat, but that's alright. A magician, a jester, and a vagabond. When activated, Malekith's casts a protective spell on you that can block a single hit. Oh, that's nice enough. Left shift is the companion. Okay.
If nothing else, I'll get a song out of this.
Ooh. This is gonna go just swimmingly. Alright, so red means you can't block. Okay. I guess the reason for them wanting you to have the... Oh, it works. I guess the reason for the one-handed weapon is because you're faster. But still, that was an easy enough combat. Ooh, and we get the cardinal
Like a
blade.
compass, it indicates the truth of all directions.
Looks like it does additional damage to the corrupted as well, and gives you the ability to use a shield. So let's equip that. With the Northerners dead, you free the soldiers. Okay, I've gained 2 recruits. That's awesome.
Here we begin to see one of the small ways I've changed the game. Each challenge differs both in their rules and their objectives. Even those cards which were once the stairs now vary per challenge, as you will see.
Oh, so that's interesting. So there's no more stair cards. It used to be each time you finished a map, you'd hit like a stairs or a ferry or something like that, and it would just take you to the next thing, and there was almost nothing on that card. It looks like that's different now. The Westwind Tower bell chimes feverishly. The town crier bellows, "There's corrupted inside the town! They broke through the sewers and into Louse Lane. Our brave soldiers have gone down there to sort it out." Probably means they're all dead. You arrive to find Westwind's few remaining soldiers huddled at the entrance to its poorest area, Louse Lane. Louse Lane kind of makes sense for your poorest area. "We cannot let the corruption spread. For the good of the town, we must dispose of anyone who has been tainted, even a little." Alright, so we've already explored all the cards, so there's no reason to keep exploring, so let's join the soldiers. So soldiers are steel, and we've got the blight cards. And we have our companion again. I should probably just activate the companion's ability at the very beginning of the fight. I have a tendency to forget otherwise. The first touches of corruption bring forth the darkest elements of their victims. Infected enemies are feeble, causing them to be knocked down when health is low. Use a finisher before they recover. I think finishers are F. Ooh, my blade looks awesome though. Okay, so yeah, F is finisher. Oh, that's awesome. That's a really cool weapon ability. With the corrupted threat removed, you've ensured that these soldiers survive to aid the town's defense. You gain 3 more recruits. That gives us 5. The soldiers help you scavenge what you can from the remains of the poor souls taken by the corruption. I get another equipment. Nice. Better shield? Yes.
A shield in more ways than one.
Okay, so it reduces my movement speed a little. But a ton of defense, and it looks like if you are defending, you get to deal a little weapon damage. So some thorn effect, basically. That's very nice. And some more food. We needed that. Forward or sideways? Let's go sideways.
In my day, thieves kept their distance. None would pickpocket a mage for fear of failure, or worse, success.
Yes, it can be just as bad to actually succeed. Alright, we got another card with a token. The Market Bazaar is a hive of activities. Traders from all across the lands call out to passersby to sell their wares. As the sun beats down on the crowded street, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. You feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. Alright, so we got 10 gold from me. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd. Alright.
You wager for more than mere success and failure. You choose the very stakes themselves.
Alright, well that didn't go well. The tangled maze of people proves too much for you and the thief makes their escape. Well, we'll have to try to earn that card again sometime else.
Always treat those who feed you with respect. Even I stand by this rule, and I have respect for few.
You chance upon a wooden cart, overflowing with pears, pies, and many items otherwise. A wonderful smell wafts from the cart. Malaclip shakes his head. Poor old Chester, this is why you should never be seduced by the wiles of women, coin slave. They break your heart and leave you selling your lemon tarts with little business sense. I like that he just called me coin slave. That's about right. The old farmer hawks his wares to passerby. Tarts, pies, and exotic fruits. Chester gives you a jolly wave. What would you like to buy on this fine morning? I like how it's tarts, pies, and exotic lies versus tarts, pies, and exotic fruits. I suspect there's nothing exotic to these, but let's check. Chester passes you a giant raisin from his wagon. Chester smiles at the exotic fruits for a while as if remembering a happy memory, before he finally decides on a price. Wow. And I have terrible luck. Oh, can't do it. Chester seems strangely affronted at this. He takes the fruit from your hands and coldly asks you to leave. Okay, so that was definitely the expensive option.
They place themselves in these dire positions, and then expect a hero to come rescue them when things become too much.
While patrolling the outskirts of Westwind, you hear the clash of steel and the unmistakable groan of the corrupted. Your investigation leads you to a distressed nobleman perched on the roof of his carriage. Thank the gods, I was headed to tea with Duke Gilbert when we were ambushed. My footmen left me here to fight them off, but the brawl has now dispersed into the forest. The noble peers fearfully at the tree line. If you stay here and protect me, I can pay. Yeah, no, we're going after the soldiers. Oh, snap. Alright, 2 still, 7 of blight. That's not great. You rush into the forest and quickly encounter a squad of Empire soldiers battling the corrupted. Okay, this is going to be a tough fight. It's 3 on 7. And I have to try to keep them alive. Prepared for violence in every major direction. That's awesome. There we go. Nope, I think I lost a soldier. Oh man. I think I lost both soldiers. Well, I killed all the corrupted at least. But I think I lost both soldiers there. Oh, 10 to max life. Now that's awesome. Although the corrupted have been vanquished, no Empire soldiers remain. You return to the road and find only the wreckage of the noble's carriage. You head back to Westwind. Alright, well that could have gone better.
Now your chance presents itself. At last, stand in the defense of the peasantry. What noble traits you display already.
Atop Westwind Town Hall is a large bell tower. It is used to signal the day's end for the workers in the mines and the surrounding fields. But now it will summon Westwind's defenders. Do you wish to summon the soldiers you've recruited? Now we need to search for more recruits. Back to the general store again. Once again, I need just a little bit more food. I gotta go 2 steps forward and then 3 steps back. So I should actually be okay with 1, but we're gonna buy 3 just in case.
Age turns us all. She has done rather better than I in the time that has passed.
Yes, I remember her from the first game, the maiden. Walking through a shady forest, you encounter a frail old maiden. She stops to greet you. For centuries I have helped the mortals who find themselves lost in my forest. Is there anything that may help you with your journey? Well, we want longer life. May you live a long life, she says, and with a fragile wave of her hand, you feel a warm sensation through your body. I love max life gains. That's always incredible.
They got themselves into this mess. I don't see why you should get them out.
Honestly, I've got the gold. I don't really need to do it, so we're just going to pay to free them. Alright. I get the 2 recruits. I don't take any damage this way for this last fight.
Another chance to redeem yourself.
We got 7 soldiers.
Let's see how you handle it this time.
Alright, this time I think we're ready, so let's ring the well. As night cloaks Westwind, you can sense the corruption rising from the shadows all around you. You survey any soldiers you've managed to recruit. We've got 7 of still. You've gathered a large group of soldiers to defend the town. Here's hoping you won't need any more. Alright, looks like we've got 7 on 7. And then the main. Alright, so if we remain silent, we probably just get our 7. If we give a rousing speech, there's probably a chance to give them a boost, and a chance to possibly lose some. Oh boy. The soldiers appear unmoved by your words and remain tense and fearful. Well, okay. That could have been worse. At least none of them ran away. Oh, wow. The Terror of Westwind. As the final vestiges of humanity are erased, the Terror awakens. Use Bash to break the Terror's corrupted armor and defeat it with a finisher before it regenerates.
With all these soldiers, you don't think you could have let
Okay. Let's kill everything else. That's usually how this goes. It's not like we really care just how many of the Empire soldiers awake. There we go. Ooh, that did a ton of damage. Alright. There we go, that should end this fight. And then just kill this last guy. Perfect. That was not as hard as I expected. Oh, I like how most of my bashes were actually done with my sword instead of with the shield, but, you know, who am I to complain? It works.
A mighty creature of chaos felled by your power. Does it satisfy you, this bloodshed? Knowing those you destroy were once simple peasants going about their day.
If it means saving more peasants, yes, it pleases me greatly. Once the corrupted behemoth has fallen, the rest of the minions flee, their spirits broken. The soldiers erupt in cheers, praising your valor. You can rest until morning, ready to greet the reinforcements with a town already saved.
The magician returns to the deck, but now we only begin our stories of fate, folly, and magic. Do not think I'm satisfied with this, but at least we have a place to begin.
Alright, so we've got
Now you have learned the simplest of ways to build your deck. Each challenge will provide its own unique trials. Here are some more tools to keep you in good stead.
Alright, so this is our equipment gain. So we've got an arena, so we get our first piece of equipment that's not a sword or shield. A Valiant Aegis, probably a headpiece. And Winter's Bane. Alright. 5 new encounters. That doesn't look good. Alright. These are not looking like great encounters. But hey, we get one with a token, so that's something. Alright. For convincing Merc to help. We get the new quest for Malaclips. That's good. And we return to the board with another zone done.
As you play, you will find more options open to you. Should you find yourself blocked or overly challenged, take the time to explore the board. Unlocking cards will give you options you have not yet considered.
Interesting. So unlike the previous one, we now have the ability to go in multiple directions. Cool. Well, this seems like an excellent spot to stop this video. I hope you have enjoyed watching it, and I look forward to seeing you as we determine which way we're going to go next.